Alright, now the first thing to do to take apart the V-Cube 4 is you just take an edge piece and just twist it out of there. Just like that. Then you can take out the centerpiece and then some more edges. Then you should be able to pop out the corner, just like that. Now the whole cube will come apart fairly easily now. Now you'll notice these pieces are kind of circular and they go around the core, and this is all part of the design to keep an inner layer in alignment, and I go into more detail about that in my review. Now in this video I'm also going to take apart and reassemble the core, but if you just want to put together your cube from this position, then you can skip ahead using the links in the description below. Alright, and this is what the core looks like. Alright, now for the reassembly. Now this is pretty basic common sense stuff. You just take a centerpiece and just fit it right on there onto the core, and then you screw it in with a screw and spring, and you're pretty much just do that for all 6 sides. The original tension seemed to be that the screws were screwed in all the way, so I would recommend that's how you should reassemble the core. Just screw in the screws all the way. If it needs to be looser, then you can change that later. Now you may be thinking that the direction that the bumps are facing is important. Well, they are, but the V-Cube company was actually nice enough to make these little notches different sizes, so they can only fit in one direction. And that the directions that they all fit in is the exact order that it needs to be to make sure that this cube doesn't lock up or that the inner layer gets out of alignment. Alright, there we go. So now what I recommend is that you kind of pop all of these circular things up, if they'll stay up there, before you start putting in the rest of the pieces. Take one of these bigger inner pieces and then a smaller one and then just hold them together. Then just take it and kind of slide it right underneath the core like this. Once that's in there, make sure that the other side is staying up. Put in the other inner piece. Just a bit tricky, just slide it right in place. Then do that again on the other side. There, so once you have that, find a centerpiece. Doesn't matter what colors. You can do this random for the most part. I'll tell you when you can't. And put a corner in there. Then just stack up the pieces like this. There's a centerpiece, an edge piece, another centerpiece. Get that back in there. Then the inner piece. Slide that in place, and that one in there. So the first corner section is the hardest to do, but it gets easier as you go on. Alright, when you get to this part, notice what color the other corner is. This is red and yellow, so you want to find the other red and yellow corner. Here we are. And just put that in the exact same position. This ensures that you won't have a parity error that's impossible to correct on the 4x4. But since you can already apply a few parity algorithms on the 4x4, you don't need to worry about the position of the other pieces. Just make sure that the corners are all matched up. Alright, when you get to this stage, go ahead and put the corner in first, make sure that it's oriented with the rest of your corners, and then put in the inner piece. There we go. And this is a bit tricky, fitting in these last inner pieces in there with the corner in the way. But I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. And just fit in the rest of the pieces. And save the edge piece for last, and then just pop it in there. And there you go! That's how to take apart and reassemble the V-Cube 4. If you guys found this tutorial helpful, you can check out some of the other disassembly and reassembly tutorials here in this playlist, or you can even subscribe above to be notified of future videos. Thanks for watching.